Women don't like dudes who got their own, who don't need them. They rather deal with men who are not that intellectually aggressive, who gonna let them say what they want and do what they want. They rather deal with a man like, not saying you like that, but most women out here don't want to deal with a man who gonna say, baby, nah, don't wear that. Nah, baby, don't talk like that. They don't really want to deal with that. They rather deal with a dude who let them say and do whatever they want to do. And they think if a man be a man, he's toxic.
So if you fuck with a real woman, she's going to agree with you. Hey, maybe I shouldn't step outside wearing
I
this,
respect that,
this
baby.
nasty ass shit.
Let me answer that. This is the problem. The real woman is standing too close to the hole, so we don't know the difference until we start talking to y'all. Their interests are the same. It's like right now, right? If you see 10 lions coming down the street, are you gonna try to figure out which lion gonna bite your ass or not? You're gonna be like them 10 lions. So unfortunately, the real woman agree with too much that these hoes is on, so we don't know the difference. Women don't like dudes who got their own, who don't need them.
Yeah, that is true, unfortunately. And he was dropping science right there. And she said, well, you just need a real woman. And he said, look, they too close to the other chicks. And I kind of mentioned this in another video. I said that without being disrespectful, just to give you an analogy of what I'm saying, women often have herd mentality. They, sort of sheepish mentality, and meaning, they go wherever the herd goes. There's protection in herds, okay? And this is what a lot of people don't understand. If you're in a herd, you have a level of protection. If you're not, okay, so let me explain it this way. You have a pride of lions, right? And the pride is only, maybe 4, 5, 6 members in a pride. In a herd of sheep, there's like hundreds of sheep. Why do sheep, they don't physically have anything to go against the lions. They can't physically dominate a lion. A lion is a lion, just like a man is and a woman. So they find protection in herds. There is protection in herds, and that's why there is herd mentality in women. And I don't think a lot of men understand this. There's protection in herds. If they all stick together, it's hard to single out one of them. It's hard to kind of get the best of them. You may end up getting one or two, but they're going to stick together because herd mentality is a level of protection. And I'm talking to the men right now. I'm even talking to the women, because a lot of women may not even agree with this. They might say, "Oh, well, that's not right. I got my own mind." But no, men mostly have their own views, and women mostly think the same. Okay, and the reason they think the same is because there is protection in herd mentality. If everybody's on board, just like, I hate to bring this up, but oppression, right? A lot of white people ain't really got to say 2 words to each other, but they know the deal already, and the reason they know the deal is because of herd mentality. A lot of black people don't have herd mentality. We don't, and that's kind of a disadvantage to us, because we often on different pages. We're not on the same page. It's harder for us to get stuff done because we don't have herd mentality. But the women have herd mentality when it comes to women things, not necessarily racial things, but women things. For whatever reason, in our community, our women relate more to being a woman than they relate to being black. And that's just my opinion. I mean, you could disagree with that if you want, but that's just my opinion. Our women relate more to being a woman than they do to being black. So if you have this level of herd mentality, you can be corrupted by the bad apples in the herd because they have the loudest voices. They just do. They have the loudest voices. And a lot of it is feminism, it's anti-man, it's anti-family, it's look out for yourself, get that bag, be selfish, and this, that, and the third. And oftentimes, even the good ones, which what she would call real women, they end up following that herd. Why? Because there is protection in that herd. Okay, you have 5 women who come to a club, right? They all dancing with guys, right? A guy pulls one of the pretty girls out of this girl group of 5, right? He say, "Look, I'm interested in you, this, that, and the third." Okay, the fat friend who don't look as good as the pretty girl say something derogatory to the guy. Well, she like, "Girl, let's get out of here." All 5 of the women are going to leave because the one chick who is not getting attention is fed up. Okay, she don't want she don't want to have to deal with it no more. You know, uh, Living Color made a skit about this. Check this out.
I'm ready to go.
Look, Wanda, we'll leave in a few minutes.
I
all right?
said I am ready to go.
Well, look here, I'm gonna call you a cab. You ain't got to call me no cab. We came together, we'll leave together. What you talking about call a cab? See, you're trying to trick somebody. But I know all y'all want to do is get our stuff. Just
Wait a minute. You don't know anything about me.
Look, I ain't got to know nothing about you. Okay? I ain't got to know nothing about you. All right? Do I have to know something about you?
No, ma'am.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's like, all it takes is one woman. I know that was a skit, but what I'm saying is all it takes is one to because that happens in real life, right? Humor mimics real life. So, but what I'm saying is he's right. All the women start to think the same, and it's hard for men to pick out the real woman if they're all following the same herd. And I know women get real tight when you compare them to other animals and stuff like that, but the only way I can really even halfway get the point across is if you understand it in that situation. It's not meant to be derogatory, okay? It's meant to give an example. So let's be grown-ups and understand what the reason I'm using that metaphor for, okay? He used metaphor too with the lion. So all that being said, I think the guy has a point, and I'm not sure if a lot of women can understand where he's coming from, but a lot of men can understand where he's coming from. And what we need to do is to switch that to where all the good women have the loudest voices, and then the herd will follow with the good women, because the good women will be for husbands, will be for families, will be for staying together, will be for marriages. But they need to have a louder voice. Right now, they're catching up to the other women, but they don't have the same following so far as some of the negative Cynthia G's out there. Hopefully they're gaining ground to catch that. People like Crimson Tide, people like Crimson Cure, I'm sorry, people like Shalakimia, people like Pink Book Lessons. There are a lot of women out there who are doing some great things with their platform, and their voices are becoming louder. So shout out to those women. Shout out to this brother. Shout out to this sister for having an adult conversation. And we need to just keep this movement going so that we can get an understanding, because you know, families are disappearing and they need to be really increasing and for the good of our community, you know. So let's get an understanding, let's get together, and when we're together we can't be stopped. All that being said, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, especially, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.
I'm ready to go.
Look, Wanda, we'll leave in a few minutes.
I
all right?
said I am ready to go.
Well, look here, I'm gonna call you a cab. You ain't got to call me no cab. We came together, we'll leave together. What you talking about call a cab? See, you're trying to trick somebody. But I know all y'all want to do is get our stuff. That's all
Wait
they
a
want.
minute. You don't know anything about me.
Look, I ain't got to know nothing about you. Okay? I ain't got to know nothing about you. All right? Do I have to know something about you?
No, ma'am.